Hi and welcome to VeloGPS. In this video we're taking a look at the Polar V650 cycle GPS and exploring exactly what comes in the box. Okay, so having emptied out the box, we're just going to take a closer look at what's included in this particular bundle. So first of all we have the Polar V650 head unit. We then have a quarter turn mounting system that's used for mounting the 650 to your bike. Over on the left here we have a heart rate strap with a couple of press studs that are used for attaching the Polar Smart Bluetooth heart rate monitor. Moving on down to the bottom we have a USB to micro USB charging and data cable, as well as a selection of robust rubber bands that can be used for attaching the mount to either your handlebar or stem. And then finally on the right we have our obligatory set of user manuals. Okay, so we're just going to take a quick look now at how you fit the V650 to your bike, which is carried out using this clever quarter turn mounting system that sits either on top of your handlebars or your stem depending on your preferences. So when you take it out of the box you'll notice that there are two parts to the mount. So firstly there's the plastic quarter turn mounting system itself, and then there's a little rubber seat that sits between the plastic mount and your handlebar or stem and just provides a little bit of extra grip to prevent the mount from sliding around when you have it in place. So once you've centered that up roughly where you want it, and we're going to mount it to our stem here, you secure it in place using one of a selection of robust rubber bands that are provided with the 650, and the one you choose really depends on the diameter and size of the tube that you're mounting it to. So you loop that rubber band around a tab on the side, and then this bit here you just need to make sure that because it wraps around the stem that you do stretch out the rubber band before wrapping it round, otherwise it won't make it all the way round. And you bring it round the stem and then over the top of the tabs that are towards the top and bottom, and continue to apply some pressure to that rubber band because it's got to get all the way round and loop onto the tab on this side. So we've just about got enough room to get there now, and we're going to centre that up and you'll just see how firmly that's held in place. So just another little feature to notice is on the inside of the mount you'll find these little serrated teeth, and they correspond to some teeth that are on the rear of the 650. So you'll just notice here, and that means that when you mount it in place and twist it in through 90 degrees it just ratchets and holds nicely in place. The other thing to notice on the rear of the mount is we've got these two tabs, so one at the top and one at the bottom, and they correspond with the openings either side of the mount. So to fit the 650 in place you just slot those tabs in and then twist it through 90 degrees. You can just see it ratcheting nicely into place there. We're just going to take a look now at the controls for the V650, which are a combination of buttons and a touch sensitive screen. So starting off with the button on the left hand side here, this is your standard on and off switch. So if we just press that now we can turn the 650 on, and Polar have got a nice little boot up sequence here as the unit loads up. So whilst it does that, this button on the front here we'll mention is your standard start, stop, pause and lap button. So now this is booting up, we can show you the touch sensitive screen, which is very similar to that on a mobile phone. It doesn't require any great firm pressing, it's very light touch, it's very responsive like a mobile phone screen. So we'll just show you that by selecting the settings option, and then if we go for general settings we can just show you how it's possible to scroll up and down between various options here, and we could select language. And you can see that there's a variety of different languages that you can program in. And if you want to move back from that screen, you just select the flashing back icon here and work your way back to the main menu. So another nice feature from the main menu is if you just drag the screen down, it's just possible to open up an additional settings menu there where you can adjust the brightness of the screen, you can adjust the volume of the training sounds, or indeed turn on the LED that's located in the front of the unit. So this icon here on the left is to turn it on permanently, this one is to set it flashing, and then this one allows it to automatically come on in low ambient light conditions. So we're just going to show you that LED now. So if you just turn the unit round, you can see here that it's by no means a replacement for a standard bike light, but it does just give you a little bit more visibility whilst you're out and about cycling. And then if we set it onto the flashing mode, you can see here that this is actually a fairly useful daytime light perhaps, again just to give you a little bit more visibility on the road. And then finally, just to finish off, we're just going to turn that off and just very quickly show you, if you press the button on the left hand side again, and we'll just push that in now, what you'll find is you can turn the 650 off, lock the display, calibrate it, or search for sensors. So we're just going to turn it off now.